Nepal is slowly returning to normalcy after 5 days of violent Gen Z-led protests that left more than 50 people dead and over 1,300 injured. President Ramchandra Paudel has dissolved parliament and announced fresh elections for March 5th next year. The move followed the resignation of KP Sharma Oli and the appointment of former Chief Justice Sushila Karki as Nepal's first woman interim Prime Minister. Paudel's announcement came after 2 days of intense negotiations with the army chiefs and protest leaders, culminating in Karki taking charge of an interim government at the moment. A day after her oath, hundreds joined peace rally in Bhairava, appealing for calm and goodwill. Karki also visited the civil hospital in Kathmandu to meet those who got injured in the protests. By Saturday, signs of normalcy returned in Kathmandu, with shops reopening, vehicles back on streets, and also prohibitory orders being lifted in many areas. So it's looking like that normal conditions are coming back to Nepal now. Slowly and steadily, the things are getting better over there. First step was, of course, selecting an interim prime minister for the nation to give the sense of stability, not only for Nepal, but for Nepal's picture globally. We've got a detailed report on what is happening in Nepal and what has transpired in the past couple of days. Let's take a look.
A sense of normal returned to the streets of Nepal's Kathmandu and Lalitpur on Saturday. That's after a week of deadly violence that culminated in the ousting of Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli and the appointment of the country's first woman premier in the interim. Late on Friday, Nepal's president dissolved parliament and called for fresh elections on March the 5th. The announcement came just hours after former Chief Justice Sushila Karki was appointed to lead the country. Nepal's worst upheaval in years left at least 51 people killed and more than 1,300 injured. The Gen Z-led protests were sparked by a social media ban that's since been rolled back. The violence subsided only after Oli resigned on Tuesday. The only woman to have served as Chief Justice, Karki, was the preferred choice of the protesters, who cite her reputation for honesty and integrity and a stance against corruption.